November 2019 arrestees received long prison and flogging sentences. 3 months since Iran protests in November 2019, Iranian Judiciary officials have not yet reported on the number of those arrested and their place of detention, but are trying and issuing sentences for a number of them. Tuesday, in answering a question regarding the conditions of those arrested in the November protests, Judiciary spokesman Gholam Hossein Esma'ili announced, in a number of cases, the main rioters of Tehran, Isfahan, Shiraz and Khuzestan, they have been tried and the preliminary verdicts issued for them. Their cases are going through the revision stages. Iranian Judiciary has handed down heavy prison and flogging sentences for several protesters arrested during the nationwide Iran protests. Minor arrested during November protests held among adults in prison. Abul Fazl Maqsoodi, a minor detained in the Greater Tehran Penitentiary among adults because his family cannot afford to pay his heavy bail. He was arrested during the protests in November. He has lost his father and is his family's breadwinner. The bail bond set for him is 500 million tomans, and the judiciary authorities have not agreed to cut the amount of bail. Iranian regime sentences environmentalists to 58 years in prison. The Iranian Judiciary declared on Tuesday that a Court of Appeals has upheld the prison sentences of 8 environmentalists who have been collectively sentenced to 58 years in prison. The prisoners have been in detention since 2018. The move is seen as a bid to intimidate the public before the parliamentary elections on Friday. Gholam Hossein Esma'ili said in a press conference that the sentenced environmentalists were involved in a case of acting against national security and a charge of espionage against the regime. The Iranian judiciary has a long history of using dubious national security and waging war against God charges to dole out heavy punishments to prisoners, especially political dissidents. Iranian political prisoner deprived of family visits for 3 weeks. Political prisoner Mariam Akbari Monfared has been deprived of her family visits for 3 weeks. She is detained in the women's ward of Evin prison. According to prison rules, if a prisoner commits a violation, she must first be heard in a disciplinary committee and then receive a verdict. But Akbari has been punished without going through this process. Akbari has not committed any offence. The only thing she did was object to the bad conditions where a newly arrived prisoner was being held.